I'm Trade Commissioner at the Belgian Consulate in Chennai. I'm here, in fact, to facilitate trade between our two countries. I've been very happy to be able to see a lot of companies, meet a lot of companies during the seminars that we are organizing all over India. And that's the reason why I wanted to share my thoughts on investing in Brussels for Indian companies and why this is the best place for you to come if you are willing to tackle the European market. Brussels, as everybody knows, is the capital of Europe. When you decide to come to Brussels, first you access a more than 500 million people market, but you are ideally located in the real center of Europe. One of the main advantages, you have the best connectivity in whole Europe. Being in the capital of Europe, you have access to European markets because we have European Union based out of Brussels.
We have been in touch with the Brussels Trade Office. I have attended many road shows conducted by them and was extremely impressed with their opportunities available in Brussels and through Brussels the entire European Union, because we understand it's the gateway for the entire European Union, being the capital of the European Union.
Brussels is the 7th most important financial center in the world. Brussels accounts for 1/5 of Belgium's overall economy, and its creation of 550,000 jobs accounts for 17.7% of the total employment generation in Belgium. The investment-friendly policies are an added advantage, and the per capita of GDP is double that of any other place within Belgium. And last but not the least is its excellent infrastructure and connectivity that helps the business.
Brussels has the best possible ease of doing business setup and 100% foreign ownership available with Belgium. Apart from that, the double taxation treaty which the Belgian government has entered with India. These are all the many attractions what we found.
So one of the other reasons why Brussels is very attractive for investors who are willing to tackle the European market is the talent pool we have. We have very good universities which are bringing a lot of manpower and white collars, very qualified. And if you look at the number of Belgian CEOs in the world, Belgians are quite famous because of our adaptivity. We are surrounded by big countries like Germany, France, Netherlands, Great Britain. So an asset that we had and that we've always had is the adaptivity we have for any kind of things. When you are small, you have to be able to adapt. That's why, for example, we have 3 national languages: Dutch, French, and a little bit of German. But the business language is English.
My relationship with Belgium started 8 years back in 2010 when I went initially for my job over there. Then itself we know the mentality of the people. They were so much welcoming, they were so much adaptive to us, and the kind of the support which the government gives, even when you're an employee over there, like language training, the government helps you out to take the language lessons free of cost, and then the integration part and everything. When we decided to start up in Belgium, we didn't have to think twice about the other city or something. We decided to start up in Brussels since we knew much about the people. They are so welcoming to you, and they do respect the fact that you make a lot of opportunities, working opportunities and job opportunities in Belgium.
Our
business is majorly conducting scientific and healthcare conferences across the world. Brussels is the destination, middle of the destination to enter Europe. We can reach to Brussels from anywhere, from Asia to or from America. We can reach to Brussels easily, and the diversity of the people at Brussels, we can get French people, we can get Dutch people, we can get German speaking people, all types of people we can get, so that we can expand entire Europe. All kinds of people are available there.
I will explain you why. If you look at the price of renting, the price for buying a property or office, everything is way cheaper than our neighboring countries. You can just take a train, go to Paris in 1 hour 20 minutes, but pay twice less the rent per month. So that makes sense to come to Brussels for that. And life is really good. Brussels is the greenest capital city in Europe. We are very proud of this.
The extremely great lifestyle in the city of Brussels for foreigners, and also the low rentals for both housing and office space. So these attract us because when we look at Europe after post-Brexit, we found that Brussels is the best location to be in and to do business, both in terms of export and also to identify potential partners in Belgium to associate with us in our business activities.
A lot of business opportunities are still left out in this country.
We have so many incentives that you can use for R&D, for innovation, for investment. We have decided to lower the corporate tax rate to improve investment. So this is really important to know that compared to our neighboring countries, with this new law starting from 2018, we are very competitive on a tax point of view. But what we do is, if you take contact with us, we put you directly in contact with the Ministry of Finance, and they will tell you, okay, you will face this tax rate while setting up a business in Brussels. So this is what we call the tax ruling, and it's kind of a contract you have with the government. So no surprise. Something that we are the only one to do in the world is that for the first job you create, so it means the first person you employ in Belgium, it will be free of professional charges, which is a saving of more than 30%. And this is for the whole life of the job, no matter who sits on the position.
For those Indian entrepreneurs who want to start up in European Union, I would tell them strongly or recommend them strongly to compare Brussels with the other cities in European Union, and you will find a lot of difference, like the tax exemptions what you get from the government for the first employees and the other following employees, plus the new tax rule which is coming up in Belgium, which is reduced corporate tax for the business owners, and the ease of getting your residence permit to run your business.
In any kind of business, one of the biggest challenges is the cultural difference. That's why we have decided Brussels Invest and Export to have a local partner here.
SAS Partners has been associated with Brussels Invest and Export for over 5 years now. Our engagement is a serious proof of commitment by Brussels in culturally engaging with India. As a consultant, we identify, interact and motivate Indian businesses in considering Brussels as their investment gateway to Europe. We translate their business objectives in such a way that Brussels team could extend maximum support. Please feel free to reach out to us for any information.
starting an office outside India, especially in Europe, was a new experience for us. Officials of BIE have helped us a lot to find out the suitable location in Brussels city.
We have been extremely grateful to the Brussels Trade Office in Chennai, as they have been very, very helpful, and they go out of their way to support.
We will not get this type of support from any other countries as per my knowledge. Thanks to Jeff to make it happen.
So the prompt response what we get from them, and the support what we receive from them was something which was really, really fascinating for us. And I will not say like it was easy to work with Brussels Investment Export Agency, but it was much, much easier to work with them. Since it's a one-point contract for all your needs, like your legal implications, your administration works, and even for your real estate, to hire an office and everything, it was much easier to work with them. So I would really, really recommend you to compare Brussels with the other cities, and all the best for you guys.
I'm an engineer. I've been working in the private for 10 years, and I had my own startup when I was 25. So I understand what is creating a company, running a company, and having to write business plan, things like this. How can I help Indian companies? In fact, I'm based out of Chennai, but I'm in charge of whole India. I create first awareness about Brussels and what we have to offer. But second, if you give me a call, I move all over India. I have my suitcase, not far. I just take a plane, you tell me, okay, I would like to meet you, I'll be there.
So another fascinating point was the free incubator what we get from Brussels Invest and Export. So when you decide or when you want to start up in Brussels, you still have 3 months of time, but they provide you a free incubator for 3 months, where you can sit back and work, and there's a lot of legal and the administrative people who can help you out with all your doubts and things. And this 3 months you can also use it for a market study.
So, if you are an Indian company who is willing to sell and market its products on a European continent, if you are an IT company, if you are an AI company, if you are a robotics company, if you are a fintech company, and even a manufacturing company who is willing to sell, their assemblies or part of their products to European distributors, Brussels is really the right place to come in Europe. You've heard what Indian investors had to say about their own experience working with us and doing investment in Brussels. So I will just finish by saying, okay, if you are willing to tackle the European market, just remember, try out Brussels for free. And better call Jeff at Brussels Invest and Export Chennai.